We are looking at the Sermon on the Mount this week, and especially the contrasts that Jesus makes to generally accepted rules of behavior that have been derived and maybe even twisted from Moses' law and changing them into Jesus' principles. Good morning. This is Pastor Ernie Lewis of the Blue Point Church in Sisney, Illinois, with your thoughts for Tuesday. We know the Ten Commandments. They are generally accepted as the basis of many of the laws that are given to man to live by. And Jesus mentions the sixth commandment here as thou shalt not kill or thou shalt not murder, which Jews in Jesus' day had narrowed down to the very act of taking another person's life with their own hands. Certainly, we're not involved in that. But Jesus takes the Old Testament commandment, and especially man's interpretation of it, his generalization or even his rationalization of these actions, and Jesus takes it to task in Matthew chapter 5 and verse 21. Jesus said, "You have heard that it was said of those of old, you shall not murder, and whoever murders will be in danger of the judgment. But I say unto you that whoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whoever says to his brother, Raka, shall be in danger of the council. But whoever says, you fool, shall actually be in danger of hell fire." Again, the phrase that we're talking about is when Jesus says, "But I say unto you." It's to denote that Jesus is teaching much more than just the traditions that they've been used to, that they made generally acceptable by the Old Testament law and now their behavior. Going beyond the act of murder, he says, whoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of judgment. Again, Jesus is stressing the actions that grow out of an unrighteous heart. Being angry with our brother, he says, without a cause. It's not really explained here, but Jesus is dealing with our attitudes. He's talking about those things that we have conjured up in our own minds and our own hearts. And we're angry with those whom God has created just like he created us. Certainly, New Testament epistles deal with this, and they stress with how we're to work to get along with others. But then he stresses that if a brother should say raka, which is a phrase they used at that time, which means empty or worthless, maybe even empty-headed, a really harsh term. This seems to stem from a real disagreement where they berate each other. And then the last straw is whenever we consider the other person a fool. Perhaps even using words like stupid or not able to think, well, perhaps beyond help, unable to agree with them on anything. Notice there are 3 degrees, by the way, of judgment that Jesus deals with in this passage. If you murder someone, he said, the law will punish you. You will face the judge. If you speak evil of your brother, you may be brought before the council. Certainly in the New Testament, there ought to be some discipline that deals with that between brothers in the church. But if your attitude toward others is so bad that you consider them a fool and you write them off, your heart is not right with God. And certainly, Jesus changed all the rules here that they were used to teach them a better way to live and certainly a more righteous way to live. Does he need to affect the rules that we live by? Or does he need to speak to our hearts about some attitudes that we have that may not go beyond the basic commandments, but Jesus said, but I say unto you.